We'll wing it. Let's wing it a little bit.
Speaking of winging it, we're live.
I love winging it. Hold on. Let me actually hit the record button here.
Okay.
On the local side. And then we'll do the full official intro.
Meanwhile, hello.
No. Hola. And welcome back to Corona Geek here, where we talk all about app development using Corona SDK, cross platform. Let's start that over again. How about that? Let's do that again.
Seriousness now.
That's right. Welcome back to Corona Geek here, where we talk all about cross-platform app development using Corona SDK. I'm your host, Charles McKeever, and we're having some issues here. We're getting all set up. It's a brand new environment, brand new office space, brand new equipment here, and everything's a little bit different. I usually have two monitors. Now I have just the laptop. The other monitor is on order, or the other monitor is actually at the house. a monitor is on order, and then I got a new mic. So I hope this sounds all right. Basically, I'm here in the Perk office in downtown Austin, and it's one of these, like everybody's got a desk or a cube, but it's like there's no walls, right? So you can kind of just like look up and see people across the room. So I'm trying to
focus here.
Yeah, well, work in a space that's the purpose of this microphone really is to sort of isolate the audio to me, not pick up the rest of the room, and then of course I'm trying to not bug anybody else around me as we do this, right? So it's an interesting mix.
Conference room or something there?
We do, but it's always in motion. I mean, it's always
it's one of the always booked conference rooms.
Yeah, so just as a backstory for everybody, because this is new to all of us, right? Perk is located in downtown Austin, which is a great place to be. There's lots of stuff happening, and then the building that we're in, we're on the first floor, and we actually have plans to try to get, I think, like 2 more floors, and those will open up eventually. But right now, we're all kind of here, and the team on the Perk side has grown. The team on the Corona side has grown. Of course, I've been added, and there's another person here in the Austin area that's been added. And they were already kind of cramped for space to begin with. So it's kind of like, okay.
You're not making it better for anybody there, are you, Charles?
Yeah. Everybody's been really friendly.
And now I'm going to talk for an hour. And
Exactly. So yeah, and along those lines too, we want to change the show format as we go. Maybe have some more interviews, have shorter form content, stuff like that. So I think we'll be making some changes over time. But yeah, the conference room. There's a conference room to my left, and there is a conference room in the back of the office. But every time I go to look to see if they're open, they're not. So yeah.
It's amazing how that is. You know, when I worked at Intel. When I first started working over at the new campus here, it was new at the time. Let me back up. I worked at Intel for a while, worked at an old campus, got moved to a new campus. It was great. Dozens and dozens of conference rooms, right? You could always get one. 2 years later, good luck. You know,
right.
You had to get them days in advance. People just love to use the conference rooms for meetings and whatever.
Yeah.
What else they're doing there, but.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know how the audio is coming through for you guys. I hope it's coming through well.
You're clear.
Yeah. And then the video, I don't know if it's coming through any better, but one of the advantages of being here in the office was I ran a speed test this morning. It was 50 meg up and 50 meg down.
Yeah, that's kind of weird because usually it's always the download is larger than the upload, so it's kind of nice that you have a large upload.
Exactly. And at the house I have like 300 meg down, and I don't remember, like maybe 20 meg up or something. I mean, it's a decent connection, but it's a residential connection. It's a residential shared cable connection. So it's not the video quality hasn't been the best.
Internet connection anymore. I always used to have a better internet connection than you, but now killing me.
Exactly. So that's not So the location isn't the only thing that's changed. So I want to make a couple of announcements here. First of all, I want to say thanks, Brian, for being here. Thanks for joining us from down in Abilene. And thanks, Ed, for joining us from the Portland area. And also joining us is we have a few new people who are joining the Corona team. Chris Byerly, who we know and love, has been part of the community for a long time. He's actually, this is his first day as a full-time Corona employee. So yay! Welcome, Chris. Also, Sergey Lurg has been brought on to do plugins and sample apps and all that kind of stuff. So welcome, Sergey. And then I don't know if you guys ever knew or remember Danny Glover. Danny Glover was one of the core engineers a few years ago, and he's back, and he will be doing plugins as well. So there's going to be lots of great stuff coming, and I was trying to. It's one of the things. One of the reasons why we're late is I was trying to gather up all these materials so that I could share stuff with you guys. But we'll probably just do all that tomorrow night on the Tuesday hangout. But there's a bunch of plugins that are coming down the pipe, and things like that. So, but before I get too far, I want to say also we have a new business development manager who is going to help us expand Corona, and then Brent Sorrentino, who is very active in the forums, has been around the community for a long time. He's now a developer evangelist and has been hired by Corona. And I, of course, myself, I've been hired full-time by Corona. So lots of great stuff happening. I mean, just lots of...
I'm sorry. Developer evangelist. Does that mean he gets to go to a bunch of conferences?
Well, he's in Hawaii, so, he's already kind of like... He's already tapped out on his on his goodness there, his awesomeness. So I don't know. We'll see. It's just we're definitely going to go to GDC. That's one of the things that we've already got on the books. Apps World is one of the things we already got on the books. Then we've got a bunch of events here locally that we want to go to. So we're just trying to put it all in the calendar. One of the things that's interesting is that PERC already goes to a lot of different events. So they go to the World Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, and they go to all these other events. So what we want to do is sort of do tag Corona along with that, and say, okay, well, we're already paying for the space, and then what we'll do is we'll also have a portion of the booth will be for Corona. So if you're kind of coming in and looking for monetization options, and you haven't selected a platform yet, or you're looking for different choices, you can say, oh, well, here, take a look at Corona. So yeah, definitely a lot of exciting things going on. Okay, well, hey, let's move on. I definitely want to invite everybody to come out tomorrow night, Tuesday, at it's 8 p.m. Central Time, which is 6 p.m. Pacific. You can come out and join us. We're going to have a roundtable Corona Geek that we have I don't know. We've had it every week, but here during the holidays we had it kind of off and on. But we'll have it tomorrow night, and we'll talk more about all the things that are going on in the Corona community. Can you guys hear the background noise there? Can you hear the voices and stuff?
A little bit.
A little bit. So this Yeti, just as a side note for anybody who wants to do voiceovers or anything for their apps and stuff, this Yeti has 4 different settings, and one of them is supposed to localize the audio to just my voice and not get all the other surrounding sounds. So I think based on the feedback that I've received so far, I think it's doing a pretty good job. So, we'll see.
We're only getting I'm only hearing a little bit of bleed through every once in a while.
Yeah, so it's obviously, yeah, and obviously I'm in an office, so it's a soundscape is what I think the term. It's a nice texture.
It makes it kind of hard. I do not envy you the initial challenge of going from having a quiet studio where you're completely in charge, you can be as loud as you want to.
Yeah. So exactly. So it's going to be interesting. Okay. Well, one of the things that we were doing before the holiday break was we had started a series on game development for twin-stick shooters, and we went and looked at the dynamics of Geometry Wars. We kind of broke down the obstacles, the enemy types, the shooting mechanics, all that kind of stuff like that. And that is basically what we're going to use as a model for our game. And Ed has already kind of lined out everything, and we're going to go through that starting today. So you can also, if you check the show notes, there's source code that you can already download and play with and see how the game works. And then apart from that, we just need to get into the code. So Ed, do you want do you have a starting point that you want to kick off things off with?